Hey guys, welcome to the 50-day Talk to the Camera challenge. So yeah, I I got all my questions here and topics, which will lead into topics. I literally just went online and I just typed up, just talking to the camera challenge questions, and wherever it came up, I just got this. So yeah, another day, another challenge, day number 31, and today's topic will be about, in your experience, what was the best year of your life and why? So, I got, I got about, I got two answers. Yeah, about two answers for this one. One was in 2017, and one was in about early time in 2022. Yeah, 2022. So just I would say those two answers. So for 2017, I would say that that was probably my sort of best year, because I don't know, like a lot of things were just, I don't know, a lot of things just seemed to be just going like really well for me at that time, in terms of, because at that time I was still in college, and you know, even like at the start of like around January time, we were given we were given these sort of we were given these sort of monologues to learn. One was classical and one was contemporary. So we started off with the contemporary, the modern monologue first. We went off about a week, I think, or 2 weeks, and yeah, so we did it separately, independently, and yeah, I just remember this like just cracking on with it. I liked the material that was given to me. And when it came to sort of performing it for the first time in front of everybody, I, you know, it went really, really, really well. And yeah, it was great. Everybody seemed to like it, and which is okay, I guess. And yeah, that was the first one. And then the second one that we moved on to was more classical one, so Shakespeare. And the Shakespeare monologue that I worked on was for sort of Macbeth. For the It was the monologue of is it is this a dagger I see before me? And yeah, same thing. For this one I went full out on, in terms of just like in terms of just sort of preparation, in terms of just like researching the hell out of it. And what else did I do? Yeah, I even recorded sort of myself just to say, oh, well, just to hear how I would like sound as well when I was sort of delivering these. So I did all that, and so I did all that, and when it came time to like performing it as well, it worked even like more well than the last time that or the last one that I did. And yeah, I I like I appreciate the response that I got from it, the reaction from my other classmates, and yeah, I was very proud that I managed to sort of do this by myself, independently, and yeah, it was to me, yeah, it was very memorable in that regard. And then after that, we feel it's around it. Well, yeah. Well, it was around April time when we were sort of preparing it because we had a play coming up that was in May that was focusing on mental health issues. And yeah, so around April time, we started preparing for it. In the theatre world, it was the pre-production sort of phase. So yeah. So yeah, and yeah, on sort of performance day, because we will split off into different groups. So just because the size of our sort of class, just sort of split us up. So they have like more structure or different sort of stories that you can get out of these topics. It's not just about depression. It's about OCD. It's anxiety. There's some or or different personality disorders, all of that. So, but so we split off into different groups to perform different pieces, and I was put in with there was there's me, there's about three other people, and our setting was about sort of a therapy group. So these three different individuals will come in. One had anxiety, one had, I think, OCD or sort of split personality disorder. I can't quite remember, but and then there was me. My character had sort of depression, and yeah, we then we had our little therapist there with us, and yeah, he did sort of sort of I don't know, something to help us out. And after that activity, so yes, like different activities that we can do. And after that activity ended, we all sit down, and then that's the one with split personalities will come up, who will say something to the audience about themselves or what they're going through. And then after they're done, they sit down, the therapy session will resume. Then we do another activity. After that ends, person with anxiety, a different character now, will get up and talk to the audience. And then he sat down, we rinse and repeat, and it got towards the end of me. And yeah, so I because beforehand, that was the structure of our piece. And when it came to performance day, we were backstage, and we were the very last ones to sort of go out and perform these. And yeah, so we were the last ones to perform these. At that time, I just wasn't really, I don't know, I just felt I wasn't really getting in the sort of, I don't know, mindset for this sort of part. So I thought, before we go on, I will watch, I don't know, I watch a couple of videos on YouTube, just again YouTube. But I'll go online. I'll watch some stuff to get in the mood. So I did, and I think it was two videos that I watched, which was the Tears in the Rain scene from Blade Runner, delivered by Roy to Decker, Harrison Ford's character, the famous Tears in the Rain scene, and what I wanted to get from that for inspiration was just sort of him just sort of reflecting just on his sort of mortality, and just sort of, you know, and all this is directed, towards another character, Decker, but I was gonna direct it to all the audiences, but it was more about reflecting on, what they're going through, and what their like sort of mortality that they have during this sort of really bad time. And the second video was a poem that dealt with, it's a very sort of complex sort of reading, because it was read by the poet himself, and it was it was like the most moving thing, and it never fails to sort of bring a tear to my eyes. So, and yeah, the whole poem was about just, it's from the point of view of the poet himself, of course, about him sort of growing up in this sort of in this very loving sort of I think grandfather, not quite father, but grandfather, you know, not mum or dad, just grandfather in the story. And yeah, he has a good relationship with them, but he had a few issues growing up. You know, this mention of religion. You know, it's something that he didn't connect with, and it was something that worried him. So his grandfather asked him about it, and he said he wasn't sure. Grandfather replied back with, it doesn't matter what you believe, or what I believe. Just be good, just be a good person. And he said, I will. So I won't go into too much details about that. But yeah, I watched those two, and then just to start to get in the emotional mood, and I went out. We did the scenes, and then when it got to me, I went up and I started to deliver my monologue to the audiences. And as I was talking, I just felt more and just more emotional. And at that stage, I just thought, what the heck? So I just on stage in front of people, I just completely just lost it. I just started crying, you know, and yeah. But the interesting part is we have to perform these shows about 3 times, and at that point after that I had to perform this, 2 more times. And I don't like, each time that I did it, I got more and more emotional, to the point where it was kind of scary, because it just got a bit too real, you know. It got a bit too real. But either way, to this day, it's something that I'm the most proudest of performance. And yeah, it's still probably one of my favorites. Maybe after, like, I don't know, if I have to handpick something. And I just couldn't believe I did that 3 times, And yeah. And at that point, I was just getting along with everybody at that time. It was just a really good environment with these people. I had sort of, let's just say, I had a crush on somebody in my class as well, and I don't know. I suspect there was also feelings as well, which was great. And the person that I had a crush on, they were, yeah, nothing really happened after that with this person, but whether she did or not, either way, just those sort of those moments I shared with her, and I shared it with other people that I was with in my group. I will, uh, I won't forget that. It was just like everything was just like working like really well at the time, and just everything was going well. And in that same year, I landed my first job, at my cinema, and I still work at that cinema like to this day as as I'm recording this right now, and yeah, which is like a really like big deal. And to top it all off, since I'm a movie buff, so there were just a lot of great movies. There's a lot of great movies that were coming out as well, and yeah, when the year was coming to a close, I just had nothing but great things like to reflect on and to say. And yeah, overall, so yeah, 2017 for me was a pretty really stellar year. And yeah, other one is in 2022, the second one. And this was after sort of a rough year after COVID and all that. And and this was I was in university at this point. Yeah, around 2022, I was still at university, and it to be pretty hot and colds, and you know, university's tough. You know, I was told that beforehand, and I knew what I was getting into, but even then, I was just like, wow, nah, this is tough. And at this point, at this stage, it was some of ours final years, and yeah, we were putting a show together, of course. What else would we be doing in drama? And but the interesting thing is we had to create a play as a group, and how we structured this and how we did this is our contribution to this script, because it wasn't just you know a writer going off and just writing something and just coming back and sharing it with everybody. What was happening was we got a story idea in hand on what the themes or what we wanted to go for, as you know as us, yeah, individuals. So we had an idea of what we wanted, so we just sort of literally just improvised the scene, and it was recorded on camera. And then after it was, I don't know, over, you know, that was scene like number one, you know, and the writer of our piece will take that recording away, re-listen to it, and then just write the script. And there's many changes along the way as well, whether that be scenes, lines, or all that jazz. But that was our contribution to sort of creating this story, creating these characters, creating these, this world is through that approach. And you know, and look, there was there was a lot of there was a lot of goofing around, behind the scenes. We all had a good laugh, and yeah, it was. I've never laughed this, I never laughed this hard just during these rehearsals, and yeah, it's like so far, it's one of the sort of best rehearsals that I've been to, and it's something that I always look forward to, you know, going. It's something to look forward to at the time, and yeah, and I just, we will come together, we'll laugh and joke while also making, I don't know, like, not only just a story and characters, but just theatre magic. Man, there's no other way to put it. It was magic, and yeah, and just yeah, and then and then after that rehearsal's over, I'll come all the way back home through train because at that time I was working weekends at my job, so Saturday and Sunday, so I had to come back. But yeah, at the time I come back, or just even when I was just finished or went back to my accommodation, even though even then I come back in a great mood, and it was a great day. You know, we had our ups and downs, but I don't remember. I don't really reflect on that. Whenever I sort of remember this group and this project, I don't really think about the ups and downs, about all the good stuff. And yeah, I miss them a lot. They're great. They're great folks. They're very talented people, and yeah, I just say for a final sort of play that we did at university. Yeah, we went off. We ended on a strong note. We did. We did. And yeah, I miss them. And I would say at that specific moment in 2022 was the best, just because just in a long while, in a long while after pandemic and after sort of recovering, after everything was sort of recovering from it, I would say that during those rehearsals from end of January to around around May time, around May, yeah, I would say they were the best. So yeah, those are my two answers, my two very long answers, and yeah, and that's it. That's all I got, and yeah. So yeah, guys, that completes day number 31, and yeah, very very happy to continue this. Just just sort of just get out there, man, and yeah, let's see how far we can go. Let's get to 50. Again, not sure if I wanted to go on after that, but I don't know. We'll see when we get to the end. I think, yeah. Anyway, day number 31 completed, and yeah. See you guys later, and I'll see you or whoever. I'll see on day 32. So, bye bye.